content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
You walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. But the bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from man. He's a man. He can be a kid just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Throwback Thursday, and, man, I tell you what, it is going to be a good one. You've got Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on the show in just a little bit. We're going to talk about everything happening in the world of basketball. A couple of good games last night, Phoenix and Dallas. That was a good one. Portland played last night. Brooklyn bounced back from that loss to Golden State. So a lot of good games last night. A lot of good college basketball games as well. And then for this Houston area, they got some good news coming out of Major League Baseball, I guess. Justin Verlander, 38 years old, previous Cy Young Award winner, used to be the ace of the franchise, got them to the 2017 World Series on the pitching side. And, Justin Verlander decided he was coming back to Houston on a one-year, $25 million deal. Second year is a player option. That means he can decide if he wants to come back to Houston for year number two. So to some degree, that's good news for the Astro fans, especially if he can stay healthy. He had a showcase the other day, kind of like a pro day, for those who know that about college, had a showcase, threw the ball about 25 times, averaged between 94 and 97 miles an hour. Coming off of Tommy John surgery, hasn't pitched since opening day 2020. We're heading into 2022, so almost 2 full seasons since he's last pitched, and he'll be 39 in February. So the Astros need starting pitching. Willie Gibson, I said on the pitching side for a reason. The trash cans helped him on the hitting side, but the pitching was legit. To our knowledge now, we don't know of any stuff going on the pitching side. So get off my stream with that. And in fact, I need you to call me because I'm worried about this Saturday. I'm worried about the Ohio State and Michigan State. Mel Tucker just got a huge extension. He got Jimbo Fisher money, 10-year, $95 million extension. He ain't going to LSU. I can say that. He ain't going to LSU. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm a little concerned about Saturday with them Buckeyes, Willie G. And Cincinnati might be in trouble as well. SMU is no joke. SMU and Cincinnati, who knew that would be one of the bigger games coming this weekend? So a lot we got to talk about with that. And then I kind of went through very high level the games in the NFL. We've got New England tonight, national TV. Them in Atlanta haven't been together since that Super Bowl meltdown by the Atlanta Falcons. Very similar to the way Washington played Tampa Bay this past weekend. I really expect Atlanta to come into this game with a little bit more on it than most folks expect. I expect Atlanta to come into this game with a different level of intensity than most folks expect for a midseason game. So for all of y'all just giving this one to New England, I don't know. I feel like Atlanta is going to try and put it on early and keep it going for a full game. Hey, T. Barnes. And then, of course, they got that big one with Washington and them Panthers. By talking about we still them boys. Well, guess what? Them Carolina Panthers got Superman back on the roster, and he is lit. And of course, his former head coach is coming to town. So we'll find out what happens with Washington and Carolina. A lot to talk about today. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joins me in hour number 2. And looking forward to talking with him. If you want to get in, I am in studio today, so you can call me 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. I got my FAMU on today. They got a big matchup this weekend with none other than Bethune-Cookman. And, man, that is one of the biggest classics there is. The Battle of the Bands is going to be as fierce as the battle on the field. But I made my selection. I'm going with FAMU in this one. All right, taking a break. I'll be right back right after this.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892. Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there. Are we doing all right?
AJ from Internal Revamp, and you're listening to AJ on the lunch break.
All right, y'all. Back here on this lunch break. Legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. Streaming live, KYOKradio.org. And we'll also stream it on, Facebook? I usually don't say them anymore. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. All right, so let me pull the music down for a second. Man, big shout out to Clarence. Clarence, of course, just won the gift certificate for Butterball Turkey. Not yesterday, but the week before. He participates in the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, and he went over to the sponsor, the Sports and Wellness Doc, Dr. Alexia McClurkin Johnson, and he got a B12 shot. And he said, man, enjoyed it. So again, I appreciate when our listeners go out and support our sponsors because she does an amazing job. Again, I got a shout out to Dr. Alexia McClurkin Johnson. She's the owner of the Sports and Wellness Doc, 2636 South Loop West in Houston, 77054. The number 832-844-1754. That's 832-844-1754. Or go online to sportsandwellnessdoc.com. Be sure and tell her AJ sent you. You can go and get your back, massage. You can go in there and get a realignment, an adjustment. She does the thing with the neck cracking and all that. She puts the different little microbes on you, and they will, electrodes on your body and all that. And she does the B12 shots. She does the B12 shots. She does vitamin shots, and very good on weight loss management. So be sure and tell her that I sent you. And there you go. Let's see. Don't know. T. Barnes said, don't know if you mentioned Zach Stacy. But the domestic violence needs to be addressed. It doesn't matter who it is. Keep your hands off. Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, I hadn't mentioned it yet. But that's ugly. That's unimaginable. And it's on video. And bruh, I'm just, he needs help. He needs to be put somewhere where he is forced to get help. And if that means locked up and get treatment while he's locked up, and I know they say there's no rehabilitation in jail, in prison, what have you, but he does not need to be free and roaming around, because what I saw on that video with his ex-wife and in front of his son, he's got some problems that need to be addressed, and he literally does not need to be walking around society free while he's getting that help. Like, there's no excuse, bro. There's no yeah, but on that one. And I mean, I'm serious. That was just as bad as it gets. I am glad that the mother and the son are safe. I hope the police department takes the restraining order situation seriously. I know it's the courts that issue it, but the police are the ones who have to enforce it. And again, I don't care about what kind of athlete he was. I don't care about any of the stuff that he did in college and all that. He needs help right now. So, last I heard, he had fled the police. Has he turned himself in yet? Has he been caught and turned himself in yet? I'm looking. I should know, but I don't. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm not looking at this video again. Devontae Adams, I'm not retweeting the video, but Zach Stacy needs to be thrown under the jail. Any man that puts his hands on a woman is a coward. Don't believe what I just saw. So I'm not into the name calling. I'm not into the you're a coward and all that kind of stuff, because folks can say a whole lot of stuff on their text message with that kind of stuff. The man needs help. You calling him a coward is not going to get him the help he needs. And I'm not one of those, a real man. Listen, it's not for you to determine what a real man is. That man, real, unreal, coward, not coward, needs help to the point he needs to be, locked up somewhere and forced to address the things that clearly he has not addressed in his life. Folks talk real strong when it's not them. And we all make statements, and we have to make statements. My job as a pastor and a sports director is to make statements like that. We don't condone that kind of behavior. He needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But as a man, as a person, as somebody's father, brother, son, he needs help too. T. Barnes, there's something wrong with him, and whatever the wrong is the thing that needs to be addressed. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to name call him. I'm just going to say, hey, he needs to be locked up. He needs to be prosecuted, and he needs some type of help. Now, I don't know where that's going to come from. I just hope and pray that it comes. And I pray that the young man, his son, and his ex-wife get some help too. Because, a lot of those things will fester under the surface and come out at the most inopportune moments of a person's life. They need counseling. They need therapy. That's why I do so much work with folks like the Hartwell Clinic, one of our sponsors. I have Janae Tidwell from Fowler and Tidwell on the show often. I have the, I'm drawing a blank on her name. She comes on often. Please, again, charge that to my head, not my heart. That's really a sign that I need to have her back on. And that's why Dr. J and I, talk about so many life issues. Folks want to, just talk sports. And then this stuff is going on. And then they think, he's a thug. He's a coward. Well, if we would talk about it and deal with it, then we won't, we'll have fewer incidents that you can talk about like that. There's a kid up in Kenosha that I could use words like that with, but don't get me started. There's 3 men down in Georgia I can use those kind of terms with, but don't get me started. So anyway, yeah, Zach Stacy, man, that's, bruh, turn yourself in, man. Turn yourself in. Face that one. You got to face that one. You just got to face it. Whatever it is, however it goes down, you got to face it. And I'd much rather see him face it alive than to be on the run and have, some souped up police officers trying to, make a statement and he end up dead. And no, he doesn't deserve to die for what he did. He deserves to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and none of what he did requires his death. T. Barnes, if you're man enough to do the crime, then be man enough to deal with the consequences of your action. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. All right, man, so much for keeping it light. So much for keeping it light up in here. All right. I want to take a break, but I don't have a break to take. So let me move to quarterback rankings. I didn't do those yesterday. I was out of the office and only had 1 hour. So let me do quarterback rankings because everybody's all uber hyped about some quarterbacks out there, which, I ain't mad at you. Be hyped about who you want to be hyped about. But, the numbers don't lie. Passer ratings. Number 1 quarterback, T. Barnes. Passer rating from the weekend, Cam Newton. Cam Aloysius Newton, number 1 in passer rating, 116.7. Number 2, Dak Prescott, 110.8. 110.8. Number 3, even though his team lost, Tom Brady. And he had a tough game, but he was still, overall, so far, he's 106.1. Number 4, Matthew Stafford. His team lost, 106.1. Number 5, Russell Wilson. His team lost, 104.5. Number 6, Kirk Cousins. Number 7, Joe Burrow. Number 8, Aaron Rodgers. Number 9, Josh Allen. What is up with Buffalo? What is going on? I thought Buffalo was going to dominate. Everybody act like Buffalo was going to dominate. They're barely beating the Patriots in the AFC East. But anyway, Josh Allen, number 9. Number 10, Teddy Bridgewater. Folks mad because he didn't go all out on a tackle on an interception. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. Folks, again, talk a good game when it ain't them. but I'm not looking for franchise quarterbacks to be making big hits on interceptions. So I'm not mad about it. I think it's an overreaction. Folks want to be mad about everything. Number 11, Carson Wentz. Number 12, Jimmy G, coming off of a big win over the Rams. Number 13, Derek Carr, coming off of a loss. Number 14, Patrick Mahomes. Remember y'all were writing him off? He ain't the same. The league has caught up to Patrick Mahomes. Number 15, Justin Herbert. I think he's hitting that sophomore slump right now. Number 16, Baker Mayfield at number 16. Number 17, Jared Goff. No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Scratch that. Number 17, here it is. Number 17, Trevor Siemian, New Orleans. Number 18, Mac Jones. Number 19, Matt Ryan. Those two will meet tonight. Number 20, Lamar Jackson. 21, Colt McCoy. I think he's going to fill in again for Arizona this weekend. Number 22, Jalen Hurts, starting to play better. Number 23, Ryan Tannehill. I'm surprised he's so low given how hot Tennessee is right now. Number 24, Daniel Jones. Number 25, Taylor Heineke. 26, Tua Tagovailoa. And now we get back to number 27 is Jared Goff. 28, Tyrod Taylor. 29, Mike White. New York Jets are going to go with Joe Flacco this Sunday. 30, Trevor Lawrence. 31, Mason, I still can't believe he's still in the league, Rudolph. And number 32, Jalen Hurts. So there you go. Those are your quarterback rankings. Let me give them to you without any commentary. Number 1, Cam Newton. Number 2, Dak Prescott. Number 3, Tom Brady. 4, Matthew Stafford. 5, Russell Wilson. 6, Kirk Cousins. 7, Joe Burrow. 8, Aaron Rodgers. 9, Josh Allen. 10, Teddy Bridgewater. 11, Carson Wentz. 12, Jimmy Garoppolo. 13, Derek Carr. 14, Patrick Mahomes. 15, Justin Herbert. 16, Baker Mayfield. 17, Trevor Siemian. 18, Mac Jones. 19, Matt Ryan. 20, Lamar Jackson. 21, Colt McCoy. 22, Jalen Hurts. 23, Ryan Tannehill. 24, Daniel Jones. 25, Tyler Heineke. 26, Tua Tagovailoa. 27, Jared Goff. 28, Tyrod Taylor. 29, Mike White. 30, Trevor Lawrence. 31, Mason Rudolph. 32, Justin Fields. There you go. Quarterback rankings for the lunch break. Hey, Jay, where you get those quarterbacks? How you going to rank Cam Newton number 1? Passer rating. Passer rating. It's a valid stat. Been in the league for decades upon decades. T-Bar, and sometimes a man just has to come home. Hashtag Cam Newton came home. I like that. Hashtag Cam Newton came home. I cannot wait. To see what happens this Sunday, this weekend. I can't wait. I'm going to run down these scores. Let me do them now before the break. All right, so Patriots and Falcons. Falcons are a 6.5-point underdog. I don't know. I read a very interesting article where, let's see, let me give the author credit for the article. Kris Trapasso says, is Mac Jones the NFL's next great quarterback? Here's why we need to be careful about anointing him. It's a pretty interesting article. It's one that is not biased based on me or anybody else that loves him so much. It's just the stats. And let me take a break, go to the phone line, and then I'll come back with that. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is Willie Gibson.
Hey, Willie Gibson, how are you?
I'm well, sir. How are you, my guy?
People are saying I'm going after Mac Jones like I used to go after Brad Stevens.
Man, please don't, because we need the equipment to function properly.
Bro, and my phone has been acting like crazy. Like I've been jumping on extended networks. Look, 4G. Is 4G still out there? I mean, it's been crazy, bro.
See? Come on.
Ever since I told those Patriot fans I wasn't scared of, my stuff been wacko.
Well, interesting.
Yeah. Hey, but listen, I'm a little concerned about Saturday.
Why is that?
I don't know, bro. I got a feeling in my stomach, bro. I got a feeling in my pinky toe. I don't know.
No, you shouldn't.
Mel Tucker just got 10.95, bro. That's good money there.
Oh, I'm happy for my fellow Buckeye. Secure the bag. Happy for him. Celebrate for him Saturday about 5:30.
Okay, well, listen, I don't need him to celebrate with a victory over the Ohio State Buckeyes, though.
No. He still has that Buckeye love. He still has it. Okay. In all seriousness, let's look at just offense defense. Michigan State has the 14th ranked defense in the Big Ten. I know it's the new math, fuzzy math. I get it. 14th ranked defense in the Big Ten, which means they're flat last.
I was going to say, that's last. That's not even kind of last. That's last.
Last. Give up, on average, 444 yards per game. Conversely, Ohio State's offense averages 555 yards per game. By far, clear and away, first in the Big Ten. So Ohio State is, on average, gaining 111 yards more per game than Michigan State gives up, which is last in the Big Ten. I have other numbers, but I'll let that marinate.
All right. So flip on the other side of the ball. Where's Michigan State's offense versus the Ohio State University's defense?
Michigan State's offense is third in the Big Ten, 449 yards per game. Ohio State's defense is eighth.
Okay.
Big Ten, giving it 367.
Okay. So they didn't come up a bit.
But so to your point, but all you've heard all year is how bad the Ohio State defense is. And for 2.5 games, they were. But since the change, things have improved.
Yeah, you're right. And those DNs have been meeting at the quarterback.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just feel like with all the upsets that we have seen in college and in the pros over the last couple of weeks, man, I just feel like, oh no. And this is pre-Michigan. Ohio State, to their credit, and I know Todd and Longhorn Keith are out there listening. Ohio State, to their credit, Big Mike out there listening, they don't do like Alabama and schedule, little sisters of the poor the week before their intra-state or big rivalry game. Who's Alabama playing this weekend? Like, I don't know. Somebody I can't even pronounce. They didn't even know they had a football team.
Right.
So Ohio State goes Michigan State, Michigan. That's grown-up football right there.
We go a little further back than that. We go, let's say, Purdue, Michigan State, Michigan, Wisconsin.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, now I stand corrected. Alabama's got Arkansas this week. Come on, Arkansas. Arkansas. Boy, you sure can fix a whole lot of wrongs if y'all do right.
Well, yeah.
Okay, no. So it was last week they took on New Mexico State. Now they got 21. They didn't expect Arkansas to be this good. And then they go to Auburn.
Anyone know who the leading receiver is for Alabama this year? I can tell you.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say a kid who used to play at The Ohio State University.
Okay.
All right. Hey, do me a favor. Hold on. Let me hit a quick commercial. I'm coming right back to you. Willie Gibson right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the YOK, AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
Love talking.
enjoy living on Get Up Mornings.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
You're listening to the lunch break on KYOK. You heard?
Man, I love those ladies over at Texas Southern University women's basketball team. I mean it. I love them, and ain't nothing you can do to make me stop. All right, let me get back to the phone line. Willie G is on the phone line. Broadcast journalist, Columbus, Ohio, covers the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Cleveland Browns, and he covers the Big Ten, Cleveland Cavaliers, a whole lot of other stuff. Willie. Willie, you're right. Purdue, Michigan State, Michigan, that's grown folks stuff. Because those are three top 25 schools, and Michigan is what, 6 or 7?
Michigan is 7.
Okay, so then
No, Michigan 6, Michigan State 7.
Right, so they got 6 and 7 in back-to-back weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right.
And Wisconsin stays there. They're 16. So 6, 7, 16 to close out.
Right, because of the Big Ten championship game. So Alabama, on the other hand, closes out with New Mexico State, Arkansas, Auburn, and then maybe Georgia, which is strong. Obviously, that's strong.
Auburn without Bo Nix.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, not the Auburn ain't strong, but the Georgia, the number one Georgia's gonna be strong. But man, I sure hope Auburn comes up with some wrinkles and some. Let's just throw it all out there. This is our SEC championship game. This is our state bragging right. I hope they just put it all out there.
Oh, without question. But they gotta go see Georgia. And Georgia's defense is not to be played with until.
Man, but Willie, I got a bunch of family and friends down there in Georgia, dog. I got a bunch of family and friends down there in Georgia. In fact, if my guy Kris is listening right now, man, if your dogs don't come through this time, I'm putting them in the same boat with Cleveland. I don't ever want to hear about them again. I don't ever want to hear about them again. I want to hear, oh yeah, this our year. No, it ain't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not now when, because this is, the table is set.
Bruh.
Table is set. So I agree. If they don't get it done this year, then, Kirby, you go ahead and you stick with your 10 and 2, and maybe every now and again jump up to 11 and 1.
Yeah, now let him go to one of those little bowls. What them bowls are? Give him a cane bowl or a gator bowl or a Tostito bowl or something.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I know Ohio State ain't played in none of them, so just
No, sir.
Yeah, let him go to one of them bowls.
We're looking to get to Lucas Oil on the 11th of January, I believe.
Yeah. So anyway, I shouldn't be worried, is what you're telling me?
No.
Okay.
There's always a shot, don't get me wrong. It's, the game still has to be played, but from what I've seen, again, congratulations to Coach Tucker. Always happy to see a fellow Buckeye succeed. And until, I need the current Buckeyes to succeed Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I cleared my schedule so I can be somewhere where I can just watch that one from start to finish. So I hope it's going to go down all right. Cincinnati is in a tough one as well. SMU ain't to be played with, Doc. SMU can mess up everything for the Bearcats. And I mean, listen, they ain't got nothing right now but a prayer. And if they mess around and let SMU be SMU, they won't even have that.
Oh yeah, without question. And to the last thing on Ohio State was senior day. So those seniors don't want to leave the street on the arrow. So they're definitely going to bring their maximum effort. Yeah, Cincinnati and it's going to be interesting because everyone thought SMU when they were undefeated, but you guys out here, Houston, have some things to say about that. They don't come up field as much cachet, but again, to your point, they have the personnel to rush shop, and that can totally ruin Cincinnati's quest to jump into the top 4 and 5 now. Even 13-0 may not get them in the top 4,
which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. But anyway, we digress. And first of all, they're giving Cincinnati too many points. They're giving them 11.5, 12 points over SMU. And I'm talking about Cincinnati's at home. That's too many points, man. That's a 3.5 point game right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Back, I'm sure, is letting his guys know about that number, and they'll come up to Gardner Stadium, and it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. What's crazy is there are legit rumors out there that UT could possibly let Steve Sarkisian go after the season and try and pursue SMU's head coach.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. So yeah, Texas Tech. Well, he doesn't have a landing spot, but wow, 1 year, huh? Wow.
Be kind of crazy, but we've seen it happen to other coaches. So thoughts and prayers. Any other big matchups you are interested in, and what about Cleveland this weekend? What's the thought about the Cleveland Browns?
The Browns play the Lions. That's the thought.
Who's going to be the starting quarterback?
They practice today, so all indications are that he will start on Sunday, and they'll go from there.
I hate this phrase, but I'll use it on Baker. Will he have a short leash? Will he have a short leash where if he's not playing well, they're going to pull him out and put Case Keenum in?
No. If he starts, he finishes unless he is too injured to continue. But no, it's not that type of situation.
All right. Well, let me get your picks while I got you. Hold on. Give me a pencil and a piece of paper, because I think I'll be killing you, bro. I think I'll be killing you. All right. Let me see. Who you got? Let me put Willie. Let me put me and him. That's what I'll do. Me, because when I play spades, I don't put nobody's name down. I put us and next. That's what I do. So me and him.
Well, we're doing that. You might have to put winners and AJ.
No, we ain't doing that. My pen stopped writing when you said that. All right, Patriots and Falcons. Who you got tonight?
And the I'm going doggone it. Mac Jones will ball out.
You love that dude. You love that dude. I'm going Atlanta just cause.
I know.
I'm in my feelings. I'm just cause. Colts and Bills. Colts and Bills.
Bills.
I don't know, man. It's in Buffalo too. That running game for Indianapolis is legit. I'm going with the upset. Colts.
The defense of Leslie Frazier's in Buffalo is legit too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Texans and Titans.
Stop it, man. Who's next?
Don't be like that.
Yeah.
Just for that, I'm going with Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right. 49ers
never
at
go with the
49ers at the Jaguars.
49ers. After what I just said. You just said because of what I just said.
Yep, that's what you get. That's what you get. All right. Saints at the Eagles.
Thanks.
Thank you, Willie. I'm going New Orleans too. Look, I need New Orleans to win. I'll be hurt if they don't. All right, Bengals at Raiders. That's a game that both those teams have to have.
They do, but I'm going Raiders.
You going LVR? I'm going CIN, bro. CIN. WCIN. Lincoln Ware. My brother. All right. Dallas Cowboys at Kansas City. Who you got?
Nobody calling me, paging me, texting me, asking me. So we still the boys. Yes,
I'm going KC. I'm going KC at home. I'm going KC at home. All right. Let's see. Steelers at the Chargers.
Chargers. Even without my guy Joey Bosa. See what I'm doing?
Yeah, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
The first rule is journalism. First rule, you got to localize every story, right? My guy Joey Bosa may be out, so we go ahead. Even still, we'll go to Chargers.
Yeah, one thing I'm not going to do is ever root for a Mason Rudolph-led team, so I'm going Chargers as well. Washington.
Mike Tomlin? You just picked against Mike Tomlin.
I'm sorry. Mike Tomlin chose Mason Rudolph. Washington football team, Carolina Panthers in Carolina.
Cam. Oh, Cam.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. All right, and then Ravens at the Bears.
Upset. I'm going with the young Buckeye, Justin Fields and the Bears.
All right, well, I'm going to let you do that. I'm going with Baltimore, bro. I'm going with Baltimore. Mm-hmm. All right, Lions at Cleveland.
Come on. Cleveland. Kneecaps intact.
I was going to say, that coach going to bite you in your kneecaps. Packers at the Vikings. Packers at the Vikings.
Man, I'm going Packers, man. I saw some from AA Ron Sunday.
I'm going Minnesota. I'm going Minnesota. Okay. Dolphins at the Jets.
Man. Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm there too. Joe Flacco, 298 legit years old.
No, for real. Between you and I met Joe Flacco once upon a time. Joe Flacco was 137 years old.
You ain't lying.
137 years old.
You ain't lying. All right, Arizona at Seattle.
Man, Russ is going to ball out. And I don't know that Kyler or DeAndre is playing.
Yeah, Kyler, I think, is still out.
Yes, yeah.
All right, I'm going with Seattle as well. And then Monday night, Giants at the Buccaneers.
Yeah. I'm already close to 137 as well, but I'm picking.
Yeah. And he got a little irritation in his belly. All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I know I got 15 out of 15. You look like you probably gonna go about 8 and 7.
Now put me in the pot then. Put me in the pot.
Yeah, you probably gonna go about 8. Okay, I got your picks. You got to send me your final score for Monday night, though. Send me your final score for Monday night. I'll put you in.
Is it in New York?
No, it's in down there on the coast, the west coast of Florida.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'll do it now. I'll go 34-13.
34-13.
47 total. Yep.
All right, I got you, Willie Gibson. I got you. Hey, thanks for your donation.
Never mind. I thought it was a trap. Never mind. No.
Willie Gibson, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, my brother.
I appreciate you as always. Will Gibson 7 on Twitter, as well as Instagram, Facebook, Will Knows podcast, as well as tonight, folks talking sports, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Myself, the OG KG Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, Cash 1,000, James Nealer, Andy Yanez, Taylor Knight. Yeah, check us out.
Definitely gonna do it. He's gonna be joining us in just a few minutes. So, brother, I appreciate you as always. And I'll be hollering at you later.
Indeed. Look forward to it.
All right, Willie Gibson, good brother. Love him to life. Love him to life. Yeah. All right. So listen, I got to get ready to do some birthdays. Do we have time for birthdays? What time is it? What time is it? Let me get this in. Let me see if I can get them in real quick. Come on out of there. Throwback Thursday, Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, going to join us in just a few. So we'll get to him in a second. And then let's go with the birthdays. Happy birthday to the following people. Tracy Minor, my sister, celebrating her birthday today, along with Lady Willaine Johnson. She's the wife of my brother, microphone brother, J.J. Williams. Also, Vicky Ingram celebrating her birthday. Vanessa Laverne, along with Robin Beltran, celebrating her birthday. She's 36. Charmian Green, hey, see. Tiffany Williams Bell is 38. Pamela Camuch Dressel Rivar is 54. Ernest Beeson, yeah, what's up, brother? Liz Randall celebrating her birthday along with Julia Allen, 34. Karen Zellers Sevier with her singing self, and Janice Colfus all celebrating birthdays today. Usher, do your thing.
Oh, go shawty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish.
All right, y'all. That is Usher giving us some happy birthday today. Desiree, yeah, that's how I do them. I don't put their names down. They're not gonna be there long enough for me to have their names down there. I put us and next. Playing spades? Oh yeah. And for those who watch Insecure, let me translate real quick. We can't teach you how to play spades while we're playing spades. I'll be right back.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this trying to be the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from that. He's a man. He can be a hit just like this. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had to work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, that's just first hour on the books, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, kyokradio.org. Real quick, let me do some celebrity birthdays. The hitman, Jack Tatum, used to play for the Raiders, has celebrated a birthday today with one of the baddest quarterbacks to ever play the game, Warren Moon, and a guy who I'm telling you, my heart still breaks. Let me get Kris Gardner on here on this one. My heart still breaks whenever I say his name, Len Bias. would have had a birthday today. And man, I just hate the way that story plays out. I'll never forget what Larry Bird said when he heard the news. He said, "That's a bad joke." Kris Gardner.
Man, AJ, you just don't know, bro. Len Bias was my last hero.
Bruh.
My last hero. And I was 14 years old when he passed away, June 19th, 1986. So yes, I remember the date. I remember where I remember where I was. My dad picked me up. I was going to a summer program for school to, get better. One of those whatever magnet things, whatever kind of thing. And I just wasn't feeling right. So I called my dad to come get me. And he picked me up, riding home. He says, so you hear what happened to Len Bias? Obviously I had no idea because this is before social media and stuff.
Right.
And he told me he passed away. And bro, you talking about just devastated, just completely shattered. I mean, shattered. And then I think I asked him, did they say what it was, whatever? And my dad, being the sage man that he is, he said, no, they didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was drugs. And to hear that about my hero, man, I was destroyed. And let me show you how much he impacted me. You cannot disprove this. I swear to you, later that night, I woke up from sleep. I promise you, I swear Len Bias was sitting next to me in a chair next to the bed saying, don't do what I did, Kris. And I said, okay. And rolled over back to sleep. And I ain't touched nothing like that since. Yeah, I mean, I promise you, I knew who it was. I woke up, I looked over there, I knew who it was, head in his hands. Yep. And I mean, truly devastated. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt. That one took my breath away. And then as the details started to come out, because again, like you said, it was no social media. So we had to wait to hear it on either radio, television, something like that, read it in the paper. When the details came out that, celebrating his draft selection, first time he had ever done anything like that. And that being the last time, man, yeah.
Yep. And folks who don't know, just YouTube it, Google it. Talented, 6'8", and obviously we could never prove it, but there are many people, many basketball folks who believe he would have been or could have been better than Michael Jordan.
I mean, man, when you look at what he almost single-handedly did to North Carolina, didn't they beat Duke that year too? That they had. I
think so. But he was that performance against Carolina was like in the first year of the Dean or whatever it was. The Tar Heel fans applauded his performance. Right. I mean, that showed you how impressive he was. So yeah.
Bruh, yeah. So again, today is his birthday. We shout happy birthday up there in heaven. All right, man. Been waiting on you, bruh. Been waiting on you. How
the Longhorn folks doing, AJ? How the Longhorn folks? Where they at? Where y'all at? That dark Saturday? Where y'all at?
They gonna talk some noise. Because didn't they get a win last night? Yeah, they beat Northern Colorado last night, 62-49. So yeah, they gonna talk some. They don't want to talk about Gonzaga. They want to talk about that. They want to talk about Northern Colorado.
I do because I believe last Thursday on this show, sir, I said what they gonna say when the Zags beat them by double digits. I think I said that, sir. And then to add to it, I also said y'all need to be supporting the women's basketball team who plays Stanford on Sunday. I think I said that too. And what happened there? Vic Schaefer and the squad beat Stanford at Stanford. But y'all don't care about that. Okay, yeah. Houston Roundball Review since 1994. Local name, Global Perspective.
You better say it like you mean it. You say it with your chest, Kris.
With my chest. Will Gibson, with my chest. Global Perspective. Thank you, brother. Thank you, AJ, for that, man. Always and forever.
Oh, my gosh, bro. You said it all. Ain't one lie in the mix. And
I'm not talking about the football team losing to Kansas. I won't even get into that because I know how sensitive y'all are. Five in a row.
Don't do it. So first time since 1956. But anyway, don't do it. And lost to Kansas in Austin.
Yes. Oh, yes. 31-point favorite.
When when Kansas walk in and pimp slap you, walk in your house, pimp slap you, sit down, and tell you to go get them something to eat, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
31-point underdogs. Kansas came in and took y'all's lunch money. That was a dark day for y'all, man. Dark day.
Almost put up 60 on them.
Yep. And let me say, some of y'all Kris, my mom and dad went to Texas. So I know where I talk. Okay. So I make fun of my dad too. Trust me, when Longhorns get smacked, I let him know. When the Cougs get smacked, he lets me know. But right now, y'all can't say nothing to me about athletics.
Man, okay. My classmate Danny from De La Salle in New Orleans said, AJ, you got to quit saying pimp slap, given what's going on. I like it when you say dog walk, and UT definitely got dog walk. So, yeah, they got dog walked.
Yeah, let's go with that. They got dog walks. Let's go with that. That's fine. 2021. That's fair.
I'm sorry. I don't mean no harm. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. Please, y'all don't charge that to my head and not my heart. But anyway, man. So in that UT game against Gonzaga, at one point they were down by 20. They did walk it back. They did get within 10, but still, you saw the difference between putting a collection of players together and having a team that plays seamlessly, and there's chemistry, and they're not thinking about running their plays. They know what's happening in the play.
And we saw Drew Timme was the best player on the floor for the Zags in that game. He is favored to be the National Player of the Year in college basketball. Yeah. May not have a chance in the NBA, but his college game is on point. And the Longhorns had no answer for him.
He reminds me a lot of, remember Frank Kaminsky? He's still in the league, but he is nothing like what Kaminsky was in college. Timme reminds me of that. I don't know if that's going to translate into the NBA, but right now on that college court, a lot of folks can do a lot with him. And, man, I thought Jalen Suggs was gone because the guard play was almost like he never left.
Yeah. Coach Mark Few has a program. Now, we can talk about his DWI issues, stuff like that. Off the court, he needs to get that fixed. And we can talk about Duke's issues about that too. But drinking an underage drink, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But the basketball on the court, a team, as you said, beat a bunch of individuals.
Yeah. Now, I do believe that beating UT in November is, one thing. Beating teams in March is something else. And I feel like both those teams are going to be there in March. I just feel like Gonzaga is going to be even better, and UT is probably going to be a problem. But right now, it's Gonzaga's to lose.
I mean, the thing is, one of the projected top 2-3 picks in the 2022 NBA draft, Ted Holmgren from Gonzaga, he didn't do anything, especially on offense in that game against Texas. Right. So if he gets better, improves offensively to go with his long arms and shot blocking presence, that'll help the Zags, December, January, February, March. So they should get better. And the Longhorns should get better. Like I said, one of the reasons I picked the Zags to win the game by double digits is because Chris Beard and Longhorn staff brought in a whole bunch of transfers who don't know Chris Beard's system yet. Yeah. So it's going to take time to mesh and get together. They got talent.
Right.
They're not a team right now. That's all I'm saying.
Not yet. All right, tell me about what's going on over there off of over in Third Ward with U of H.
Man, Tuesday's performance against Virginia. Virginia already had one loss, so let's say that off the bat they lost their season opener. So with that loss they fell out of the top 25 basically. So it kind of took some shine off the matchup of two potential top 25 teams. Right. But Houston's defense, that was game 3 from game 1 versus Hofstra, where they struggled for 35 minutes versus them. The defense was not good, was not Cougar defense against Hofstra, to game 3 versus Virginia. It's like night and day, man. They were in Virginia's shorts throughout the game. They forced the Cavs into shot clock violation, taking tough shots they didn't want to take. U of H defense will get better because they're not even healthy right now. They are They are a walking wounded team right now.
Yeah.
So if they get better, they should continue to improve in December, January, February, March. But they got to get healthy.
Right. And again, it's not easy to get back to the Final Four. So for those who are measuring U of H by Final Four appearances, that's a whole nother task, right? Even Duke and North Carolina aren't frequent back-to-back participants in the Final Four.
Right. And I'm not tossing shade on women's college basketball when I say this, okay? Because I've covered that side of hoops for 30 years as well. It's much harder on the men's side. It's getting more difficult on the women's side, but it's much harder on the men's side to get to Final Fours consecutive years.
Yeah.
Much harder. UConn, the women's side, it used to be harder on that side. Then UConn went like 10, 11 years in a row.
Right.
But on the fellas side, it's real hard to go back-to-back Final Fours. Yeah. So U of H has a good team, and they have a chance to go far in the tournament. They got to get healthy and stay healthy, and then you need some luck, along the way. That never hurts. But true. This team has potential to be. They're more athletic than last year's team. First, they have a center who can score in the low post in Josh Carlton, who can take up space. They didn't have that before. So in different spots, they are better, but they're just inexperienced in other spots. So we'll see how it all fits come February and March.
Yeah. Kris Gardner, we got to take a break. I want to come back, talk about last night's game. I saw some things that I don't know if they were youth related or what, but Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. If you want to get in, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
The turkey giveaway continues on Saturday from 10 a.m. until all gone at Victory International Church, 170 Rittenhouse, where Claude Cummings III is pastor. Also at the New Life Baptist Church from noon until all gone, located at 4714 Wilmington Street, just off of Cullen Boulevard. Yuri Solomon is the pastor. And the Endurance Hour. Join Claude and Mike at KWWJ in Baytown, 4638 Decker Drive at 2:30 p.m. until all gone. 3 locations this Saturday to get your turkey for Thanksgiving, beginning at 10 a.m. until all gone. Don't miss it, and see you there.
The legendary KYOK, 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're listening to the lunch break on KYOK. You heard?
All right, that's the ladies of Texas Southern University women's basketball team. And I got my guy. He's tall, he's light-skinned, and he is right more often than he's wrong, especially when it comes to the Longhorns. I'm sorry, Todd. I'm sorry, Longhorn King. It's none other than Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Kris, last night, Rockets ended up losing their 13th straight, 101-89 to Oklahoma City. Bottom line, they didn't shoot the ball well from the field, from the three, and that's not youth. That's just bad shooting.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is, and the problem, and I know, because Rocket fans tune in, and thank them very much for tuning in to my brand new Let's Talk Rockets stream show, pretty much on Saturday nights. They're frustrated. Some of them are ticked off by the losses and want Stephen Silas fired and all those things. But the offense is working. It's generating good looks, good shots, open shots. They're just not making them.
Right.
And
That was clear last night.
yeah, that's part of it. Christian Wood struggled, and he's going through some ups and downs, and he can't do that on this team. He has to be consistently good for them to have a chance to win.
Right.
Kevin Porter Jr. missed the game with a thigh contusion. Jalen Green is got to be more consistent, being aggressive. He's learning how to do that. It's part of being, new to the NBA, but all the losses are mounting up, the frustration mounting up for the fans, and the guys don't want to lose. They're not trying to lose.
Right. Right.
They're just, it's a little bit each game. What is it going to be today? Turnovers, free throws, missing shots, bad defense, all of the above. This is what bad teams do right now. They are bad teams. Their record indicates what they are. This is what they are.
Right. Yeah, if you're hitting 36% from the field, you can't go 28% from three. If you're going 28 from three, you can't go 36 from the field. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. There's not enough math in that to get away.
And to combine that with the defense, they gave up 52 points in the paint last night. Yeah. OKC scored 101. So that's more than half. Lou Dort, and credit to Lou Dort.
Yeah.
He spent time in the G League. One of the reasons he didn't get drafted was because his offense was questionable. It's just not outright bad. He has worked on his game.
Yeah, he has.
Worked on his outside shot, added more offensive variety to his game. And look at him last night.
Yep.
With 32 points, career high. The Rockets had no answer for him.
Yeah.
Jason Tate couldn't stop him. Nobody could stop him.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show sometimes you work on your craft and get a chance, opportunity, make the most of it. And he's doing that.
Yeah. I've asked you this before. I don't like to sound like a broken record. What is wrong with Daniel House? I mean, when I tell you, he literally looks like he doesn't fit. I mean, has he bought out mentally? Is he still not healthy? Does he want to be somewhere else? I mean, bro, he is like a nice-looking pair of shoes that just don't fit.
It could be the answer. Could be all three of those. Because I'm not sure he fits anymore on this squad. I think he may not be healthy, dealing with different nagging injuries here and there. He started last night. The reason he started was to match up with OKC's athletic front court. Coach Silas felt House was more athletic than Tice. House played 12 minutes, tried to get 2 dunks, missed both dunks. And, Ackerman and Ryan Hollins on the broadcast were trying to spin it a different way or whatever, giving House credit for making the attempts. I'm looking at it like maybe Father Time is saying, or your body's saying, you can't do this anymore right now. Right. You just can't do it.
Right.
But the fit's not there. He's pressing sometimes. I think he does need a change of scenery. Mm-hmm. Same with Eric Gordon, but the Rockets are playing these veterans. Maybe they're trying to play them. Maybe they're trying to play House more minutes to improve his trade value for another team to want to trade for him. But if he continues to struggle,
right,
and continues to have, last night he had leg cramps. Man, you ain't played in a while, so what issues are you dealing with there? So he's got to get healthy physically, and maybe he is dealing with some things off the court. Maybe that's part of it as well. Combination of everything for him.
Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful because he's a good dude. He's from Houston. I don't want to be disrespectful. But I mean, it's almost like he's not worth it, bro. It's not almost like not worth the effort to try to work him in and try to get back what they're getting back. I mean, there's too many other upsides that could be eating up those minutes, that could be putting forth those efforts, that have a higher upside than what we've seen out of Daniel House, not just this season, because it's a young season, but last season, the season before that, in the bubble. I mean, it's just been one thing after another since that incident. And again, if you're mad and if you don't like the way it got handled and all of that, that's one thing. But what we're seeing on the court right now is just you can't afford that too many more nights.
It's time to give consistent minutes to David Nwaba and KJ Martin.
Agreed.
And sit House down and just say to him, man, you're just not giving us what we need from that spot right now. So we're gonna give KJ and Nwaba a chance to see if they can help us get wins, and let you work on your issues in practice, and then be ready, stay ready. But right now we just not gonna play.
Yeah, and again, I give credit to Coach Silas for trying, but like you said, you missing 2 dunks like that, and then here's an injury, and we didn't know what the injury was at first, and then it was like leg cramps. Like, okay, all right.
And the passes, the turnovers, his defense isn't great. There's not really one thing he's doing great to justify the minutes he continues to get.
Yeah. All right. The big matchup a couple of nights ago, Brooklyn and Golden State.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. The Warriors won the game. Steph was awesome. The Warriors mashed Brooklyn. The Warriors are back. That's what everybody's saying. The Warriors had lost to the Hornets the previous game.
Yeah.
So what does that say about the Hornets? I mean, it's like folks just like they forgot about the Warriors losing to the Hornets two nights before.
Yeah.
But the Warriors bashed Brooklyn. Oh, the Warriors are back now.
It was a trap game, Doc. It was a trap game. They was looking ahead to Brooklyn, and they forgot about.
And they might have, but they still lost.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to mash Detroit Friday night in front of what might be the best crowd for the Pistons all season. But what will happen? Because I don't think it's going to happen. But what will happen if Detroit wins Friday and beats the Warriors? Will they go from being back to being? What happened to them?
All I gotta say is this. Klay Thompson is this close to being back. And I don't know what that's going to do to the chemistry that they have on most nights. But I've been calling Golden State the team to watch out for a season and a half. I said they were going to be in the top 8 last year. I said they were going to be a problem this year.
You did.
And so far, it looks like that's true. The thing about the Brooklyn game, you're in Brooklyn. The fans are chanting MVP, MVP. And they ain't talking about Kevin Durant. They were talking about Steph Curry. Where do they do that at?
Steph Curry is a bad man, and he's on a roll right now. No question. He is playing great basketball. Kudos to him, and he's getting help from his teammates. That's part of it. Because Steph, as great as he is not doing it by himself.
Right. No doubt. I mean,
the Warriors team is winning these games, not just Steph.
Right. I said Draymond Green looks like he's having fun again. He doesn't look angry. He doesn't look like he's battling demons and people out there on the court. He's not getting into all those other shenanigans. I'm not a big fan of Andrew Wiggins, but just like I said, Daniel House doesn't fit with the Rockets. Andrew Wiggins definitely fits on that roster. And there is one guy, man, I've loved this dude for a couple of seasons now. Kevon Looney is a prize for that team. If they don't know what they have in Kevon Looney, get rid of him and try and live without him, and they'll see how tough life can be. And that bench is giving them quality minutes and quality points. So Golden State is a problem.
Looney's playing. The Warriors know that the players know the value of Looney because when he's missed games due to injury, they struggle. They really do struggle.
With a broken chest a couple of seasons ago in the playoffs. With Looney out, Draymond has to play more against the bigger dudes. He can do it, but the longer he has to do it, the less effective Draymond gets. It's like when we had PJ Tucker. PJ could do it, but it didn't always happen the way you wanted it to. So recent power rankings, of course, Golden State number 1, Phoenix number 2, surprisingly, at 11-3. The Nets at 11-5, number 3. Heat number 4. Charlotte, that team you talked about, at number 5. Surprises?
Almost everything in that 5 is surprising in some way. Where are the Bulls in there? Where were they?
Chicago Bulls are number 9. Guess who's number 6?
I don't know about that. Ooh, who's 6?
Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. Who's doing these rankings?
This is one of those big networks.
Okay, yeah. No. But that's okay. I mean, it's November, so it's not a big deal to me one way or the other. But no, don't agree with that at all. But anyway, surprises. The Bulls are a surprise. The Mavs are a surprise. Phoenix is on a winning streak, and much of those wins were without DeAndre Ayton. Mm-hmm. So it's fun to see teams playing well. It's fun to see the NBA getting some shine. And I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season and hope that too many players don't miss games because of COVID.
Yeah. Another big surprise was Washington. I'm really kind of happy for them, to be honest with you. I'm really kind of happy for them to be. I'm not a hater of Scotty Brooks, but it was probably 2 seasons too late for them to make that decision. And now you see the guys playing with a different level of intensity. You see them having a different level of focus. It's almost like they're doing the little things well, and it's translating into dubs.
And that's a great trade. I'm sorry, man. I know Russ is your man and all, but
yeah. No, you good.
The Wizards won that trade. Hands down, they won that trade clearly.
Yeah, you good. Let me take a quick break. I want to come back, and I want to talk about another surprise team. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, right here on the lunch break.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Sports Trayvon Boyd, you listening to the lunch.
All right, y'all, back here on lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective, back with us for Throwback Thursday. The team I was going to talk about that I felt like was a surprise, and they're talking about doing something a little different. The Miami Heat. The Miami Heat have been rumored to be interested in John Wall. Miami has looked unbeatable at some points, and then they've lost some crazy games. Like, dude, what are y'all doing? How y'all lose to them? Is John Wall an answer there? Is a possibility there? What I'm hearing is they want the Rockets to buy him out before they get him down there in Miami.
I'm sure a lot of teams who are playoff teams want the Rockets to buy him out to not trade anything of value for him.
Yeah.
I don't know really how much John Wall would help Miami. May show up the bench a little bit, be a solid backup to Kyle Lowry maybe, but I don't see it. I'm sure John works out during the offseason in Miami, so he's comfortable there and probably works out with some of the Heat players, things like that. But I'm not sure the fit there.
Okay, so that's not one we should get our hopes up about. What is happening with Miami? Is it part chemistry because they got a lot of moving parts that they brought in and what have you? What do you think the deal is there?
Inconsistency, sometimes over-reliance on three-point shooting.
Yeah.
Because when Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson aren't making those threes, then what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
They don't go to Bam Adebayo enough. Jimmy Butler sometimes the ankle issues has missed some time, and Jimmy Butler is not really a scorer. He doesn't look to score too much.
Yeah.
So it varies, and of course PJ Tucker is not an offensive threat, consistently. But did you see what was it? One highlight where PJ got a putback slam dunk and slapped the backboard. I was like, who is this? What man is this? Where was this, Mr. Tucker? But so, it varies. Wall could improve the depth, but I'm not sure what else he could do because he's got to get 100% in basketball shape.
Right.
No one knows what that is, where he is right now. I know he said a few weeks ago, he said he was at 70%.
Okay.
After practice. He said that out loud to media.
Okay.
So whether they want us to say that, well, whatever. I just put it out there. So here. But he said it. So if that's where he was then, what is he now?
Right. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, join us on Throwback Thursday here on the lunch break. Is Steve Nash the right coach for Brooklyn?
That's hard. That's hard to say because they're not a whole team without Kyrie there. So I don't know. James Harden has not played James Harden basketball consistently this season. So that's also an issue. So I think Steve Nash, he's inexperienced, clearly. He has not been doing it a long time, but I'm not sure without Kyrie, if you put in a different coach, who will make them that much better.
The reason why I asked that is because I was as hard as anybody on the Steve Kerr hiring. But Kerr has definitely developed into a very good coach, especially when I look at what he did to the Rockets in the playoffs when all of his top players went down. They still found a way to win that series.
Right.
That's good coaching.
Right.
And I get your point about Kyrie and that, but man, good coaches find a way to win next man up. And we're early. Again, we're still in November. And that's why I asked, does Steve Nash have that know-how, have that ability? I know who's on his bench. I know those guys have some of that knowledge. But it's different, man, when you're the guy and you don't have, that's where we can find out if you're a good coach. When you don't have Kyrie Irving, when James Harden isn't playing well, how do you make those rotations and substitutions and stuff like that to give your team the best chance to win? Is Steve Nash the right guy?
I mean, I think Patty Mills was a great pickup. The 9 threes Patty hit on Sunday or whatever. We're not going to see what Steve Nash can do until playoff time.
Gotcha.
That's really because playoff time, and that's really when you see the coaches shine who are great with X's and O's.
Yeah.
Who just maximize every ounce of the player's ability, whatever players they have on the team, without superstars, whatever. So that's when I'll give Steve Nash more because that'll be his second playoffs. We'll see what he does in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
I'm waiting on that.
Gotcha. Don't look now. The Clippers are still hanging around. I mean, it's November. It's still 14, 15 games, but the Clippers are supposed to be dead and gone when the Claw couldn't play.
Kawhi, right? That's kudos to Tyronn Lue. Ty Lue's been around. You see, good coach. You see what he has a proven track record.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Steve Nash over time can prove it.
Yeah.
Because if he can't, I'll give him credit for it. If he can't, I'll say that too. But Ty Lue has proven that he is a good coach.
Yeah. Give me your early thoughts on the two new coaches, Billups and Kidd.
Well, I thought you were going to say Ime Udoka in Boston because Jay Kidd's been around the block a few times. Right. And there have been some questions about him in Dallas and some of his X's and O's and some of his decision making. Chauncey Billups is still learning.
Yeah.
This is his first year as the NBA head coach. He's still learning a lot about massaging egos, X's and O's, a lot of those different things. Dame Lillard being in and out of games because of injuries. Coach Udoka in Boston, they've already had at least 2 player meetings trying to clear the air and get on the same page. And I think he's even called out some of the players' performances to the media sometimes. So that's not really good to do that in your first month on the job. But he's learning how to do that as well. So it's different from being an assistant coach in that chair to being in the top chair. So it's still different, and it's going to take a while for all of them to figure it out.
I got you. Well, you know what? I'm trying to be nice. Willie Gibson is listening in the background, and when I say anything bad about the Boston organization and the people running it or the person running it, usually my technology goes out or something like that. But they've had these problems since before Udoka got there. And the maturity level between Tatum and Brown and the rest of the guys, and for whatever reason, the previous guy didn't address those things. And literally got rid of the people that tried to address those things. So I'm not surprised by what's happening in Boston. That being said, when I look at, what, Kidd is doing in Dallas, they haven't really dropped off a whole lot. Portland's still, like you said, about middle of the road. And they've had a lot of ins and outs with Dame Dollar. You know, I'm not mad at some of the coaching changes that we've seen. It looks like some of these guys are really in there doing a great job.
Yes, and then you got coach like Willie Green, who's being put in a tough spot.
Oh yeah,
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But he's trying to maximize, and he's trying to challenge the players to play hard all the time.
Yeah.
You know, as outsiders, we think these guys are pros. They should need a coach to have to push them and demand for them to play hard. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because they will get lax, get comfortable and set in their ways and need to be pushed, kicked in behind sometimes. You got to do better. This effort is not going to get it done for us to win and to accomplish what we want to accomplish. So Coach Green trying to figure it out too there in New Orleans. It's hard to win in the NBA.
Yeah, that's true.
And these new coaches are learning that on the job. And I'll go back to Coach Silas, Stephen Silas. Yeah. When he was hired to coach James and Russ.
Right.
And never got a chance to do that.
Right.
Well, still James, but not James and Russ, you know.
Right. You know which coach I got to give some credit to is Bickerstaff.
I was going to say, Willie Gibson, you hear that?
Yeah.
JB Bickerstaff doing a good job up there in Cleveland. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I got to give him credit, man. I can't deny what he's doing. What's interesting is it down there in Atlanta. Remember the head coach during the playoffs was the hottest thing going. Been real quiet down there in Atlanta. To start.
Well, AJ, you get some right. I get some wrong. I got this one right so far with the Hawks because I said it's different when folks expect you to win, and when you're not used to that,
bro. You leave Trae Young and Clint Capella and them alone.
You were right about Boston. You've been right about Boston. You're right about the other Clippers. So I'm right about Atlanta. So it's got to give and take here on the lunch break, man.
And look, we just talked about Coach Bickerstaff and Coach Kerr, and they meet tonight at 6:30, 12-2 Golden State versus a surprising 9-7 Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, good. So the Warriors play a game before they play the Pistons tomorrow. Okay, that means Stephon might play Friday night. All right, that's not gonna happen, but I'm sure he's gonna play. That'd be disappointing if he doesn't play tomorrow because of all those fans paying their money to see him, nobody else. So, well, maybe Draymond a little bit.
You funny. TSU came up a little bit short against Air Force. I really thought they were going to pull that one out. That would have been a quality win as well.
Yes, the fellas, they're playing well. Prairie View men, man, I mean, what is it? 3 games, 3 nights. They're tired. Grand Canyon. The women scored a lot of points in the loss at New Mexico. New Mexico comes to Houston Saturday, so I'm kind of curious to see what Houston does against New Mexico based on what the PV women did. They scored like 71 points against New Mexico, which surprised me.
Yeah.
But our local SWAC schools are taking it on the chin non-conference, which unfortunately is to be expected for the most part. But they are competing. Coach Cooper's squad lost to the Rice Owls last night at Tudor Fieldhouse, struggling to score points, almost 30 turnovers. I think it was 28 turnovers in that game, lost to Rice. So that's a lot. It's hard to win when you get the ball away that many times. So SWAC play is around the corner. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right. And that's even with Prairie View, and I raise my eyebrows at that too. It's like, dude, y'all are not even really competitive in these non-conference games, whereas, TSU is kind of in there for a minute, and then you see the more scholarships and the bigger players and what have you. You see that kick in. But Prairie View has surprisingly been non-competitive, and like you said, men and women's side, just get to the SWAC, just get to the conference play.
Right. I mean, PV played Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. PV men.
Right.
They should be exhausted. I mean, I'm exhausted just looking at it on the schedule, and they've been all over the country too. DC, Stillwater, Lubbock, Phoenix, and now they're off until 27th.
Yeah. Is this Grand Canyon school? Are they legit? They're undefeated.
They made the tournament last year, which Bryce Drew's head coach, I think, there. So, yeah, I think they're a solid squad. So, yeah, they're a solid squad.
I don't know why I thought Grand Canyon was one of those online schools. I don't know why I thought they were like.
They're a for-profit university. Yeah. Okay. So they got money. So, and they're trying to have a a quality athletic program. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Kris, I got to take one more break. We're going to wrap it up after this, man. All right. We'll be
All right,
right
brother.
back with Gardner, Houston Roundball review, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from BBall. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a BBall turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your BBall turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead and say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
Love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Hi, this is Sade from Bondrin and Belford, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
Sade, what it do, baby? Hope you and my brother are doing well. All right. We're back. Throwback Thursday. Houston Roundball review. Kris Gardner, local name, global perspective, joining us on the show. He bad. Kris.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with Phoenix, man? They gonna get this owner or no? Is this just clickbait stuff or what's happening? What's the latest?
The legal process, the wheels grind slowly. I just leave it at that. The wheels grind slowly. You know, hopefully it'll get done eventually. I haven't heard any new details lately. So behind the scenes, I think they're coming, doing the thing. I'm not sure if Mrs. Sarver has done any more private messaging to people. How can you do this to me and my husband? How can you do this to my family?
What's he talking about? What are you talking about?
So, not the wife. The wife sending letters, messages to people. How can you do this to my family, my husband? These are lies. How can you do this to me and to us? And after all these years and blah blah blah. And she called out Earl Watson in one of those. I was like, oh, okay. So we shall see how it all plays out.
I just wonder sometimes if people understand how this works. I mean, like that ain't okay under any circumstances.
Correct.
Like, this is official. This is not just we think we're going to investigate. This is official.
But some folks think they're above the law, and some folks think the laws don't apply to them.
Right.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
And letting our family decide who some folks are.
Right. Speaking of, what are your thoughts about Kenosha? How you think that was going to play out?
Oh, I mean, it seems clear each passing day how it's going to turn out. Not guilty. Mistrial, whatever you want to say. He won't be found guilty.
So I find it interesting that they haven't come back quickly. I feel like if they had come back quickly, it was going to be not guilty. I feel like they are trying to find something.
Thread a needle to find him guilty in some way.
Yeah. Lesser charge, something. Like somebody in there is holding out. Somebody in there is like, nah, I don't see that.
I hope you're right, brother.
But what's still out there is the possibility of mistrial.
Right.
That hadn't been ruled on yet.
Right. And you said last week that if it's declared a mistrial in Wisconsin or in that county, there's not a trial, right?
It's a whole lot different up there in Wisconsin and Kenosha in that county because the judge let the defendant pick the alternate jurors who will handle his sentencing. Yeah,
that's a whole nother thing there, man. Mm-hmm.
Like, is this judge okay? I mean, is he real? He really can't be serious, right?
Apparently he is, and based on what I've seen and read about him, that's just gonna leave it alone.
Okay, I'm trying to say that little one.
Should I be worm, Keith?
Worm. I think. Okay. Yeah, I think he's trying to say worm. And the judge also said that after this experience, he doesn't know if he's going to let the TV cameras in his courtroom anymore, so he can be as crazy as he wants to be.
Yeah, like, hey, we've said it before. The judicial system is broken, but is it really broken? Because if it's working as intended, as some folks intended it to work. Right.
Depending on your perspective.
Which
leads us down to Georgia, where one of the defendants took the stand, and po thing, he got to crying, and that man was hitting me and had his hand on my gun and just hitting me and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, where's this new thing where you can instigate a situation, but also be the victim of the situation that you instigated?
Yeah, if y'all weren't stalking the man, I mean, that's what happened to begin with.
Chasing y'all were chasing him. He didn't box y'all in. Y'all boxed him.
That little fact sometimes somehow gets missed in this whole story, this whole saga. Yeah.
You got a gun. I don't. I got a couple of choices. Okay.
Can we talk? Can I just turn it on a brighter note? Let's say brighter note.
Okay. Give me a brighter note. I'll be waiting on you to come on so I can get this stuff off my chest.
Oh, I'm good with it. I'm glad because I don't have a problem talking about it.
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever. But the NCAA women's basketball folks agreed to add or expand the field to 68 teams effective basically this season.
Okay, so they're gonna have a little play in like.
So it'll be 68 teams on both sides, and for next season only, those what do you want to call them, opening round games will take place on campus, unlike Dayton on the men's side, for this season.
All right.
Season after that, it'll be a neutral location. We'll have an opening round, try to build it up, fan interest, and make it a thing like the fellas too. But yeah, that was voted on and announced Wednesday. So they're trying piecemealing it together to do more things to make it a little better on the women's basketball side, like it is on the fellas side.
I'm not, for some reason, I'm not impressed.
I'm not either.
I'm not impressed. I am not impressed. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. I should be impressed. I'm gonna be impressed. All right. I gotta get ready to wrap us up because we got a new sponsor at the 55, so I gotta do that commercial. But where's the women's Final Four this year?
Minneapolis, brother. Paisley Park is where I'm going.
Are you going?
Oh man, bruh. I got my hotel. I got my flights. All I'm waiting for is the NCAA to say you are approved. That's all I'm waiting on, man. Yeah. Because I am going to Paisley Park for that tour. Believe me.
I used to work for a radio station, and we had a contest giveaway where we took about 10 people to Paisley Park Records right after he opened it up. And I got to escort the crew there for our radio station. And it was an experience.
So yes, I'm going for the whole 3 hours if possible. Yes, sir. Okay. And oh, by the way, their game's going on too. The Final Four will be taking place Friday and Sunday, but that Thursday is my plan to be at Paisley Park. Yes, me and Willie Gibson.
Man, don't make me try to get up there with y'all, man. Get off my stuff.
Hey, man. You come on too. Come too, Willie Gibson. Chime in, brother.
Link?
Say what?
Did they close the link for credentials?
Oh no, it hasn't even opened up yet. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That opens up next month.
Okay.
See, right. But I am sort of assuming I will get approved for a credential because I have 20 years. Right. I don't take it for granted. I never take it for granted. Never. Yeah. But I'm making plans as if I will be approved in Paisley Park, March 31st, that Thursday. I am planning to be there. Yes, sir.
Bro, now listen, I've been on a roll lately, so I might as well go ahead and shoot my shot. So send me the link when it opens up, please. If you don't
no problem. Yes, sir, because I got Willie Gibson taken care of, too. I need to talk to you, man, because I do have connections, and that connection gave me a little heads up ahead of time. So, yeah.
Please, let's talk. Please, let's talk. Kris, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, man.
HoustonRoundballReview.com. Houston Roundball Review on YouTube. Shout out to all the people who have become subscribers to the YouTube channel. Much love to everybody. Rocket fans, Coug fans, basketball fans. Instagram, Houston Roundball Review. Twitter, VHR Review. Folks Talking Sports, another live stream show this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. Brother Gibson will be joining me, Andy Yanez, and Will Gibson, and James Mueller from the Cougar. May have some other folks join in. We're going to talk U of H basketball and U of H football because they have senior day tomorrow against Memphis, trying to close out their home schedule with a win. So talk about that. And then the Rockets live stream, talking Rockets on Saturday, probably around 8 o'clock Central Time, also on the YouTube channel. All because this man right here, AJ Jones, gave me the inspiration to do these live stream shows. Thank you very much, as always, brother. Houston Roundball Review since 1994. Local name, global perspective.
I like it, bro. That's got a lot of ring to it. And y'all be sure to talk about that Ohio State Xavier game coming up, too, because that was going to be a good one, too, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Y'all talk about that. All right, man. Hey, listen, we'll talk to you later, and I'll be getting with you later on today.
Sounds good, brother. Take care. Love you.
All right, love you too. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. All right, let me get our sponsor on, and then we'll get Sybil Wilkes, and we'll wrap it up right after this.
Continues on Saturday from 10 a.m. until all gone at Victory International Church, 170 Rittenhouse, where Claude Cummings III is pastor. Also at the New Life Baptist Church from noon until all gone, located at 4714 Wilmington Street, just off of Cullen Boulevard. Yuri Solomon is the pastor. And the Endurance Hour. Join Claude and Mike at KWWJ in Baytown, 4638 Decker Drive at 2:30 p.m. until all gone. 3 locations this Saturday to get your turkey for Thanksgiving, beginning at 10 a.m. until all gone. Don't miss it, and see you there.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, November 18th, 2021. Number 1. In front of the White House yesterday, hundreds of activists and concerned Americans, including the leadership of Black Voters Matter, joined together for the 5th time in a powerful demonstration. They're calling on President Biden and the Senate to take immediate action to protect our democracy and restore voting rights. This year, over 425 anti-voter bills have been introduced in 49 states, all with the intent of adding more barriers to an American's fundamental right to vote. Number 2, the 2 remaining candidates for mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens and Felicia Moore, met Tuesday night in a debate live streamed on AJC.com. The debate fell on the evening of early voting in the November 30th Atlanta mayoral runoff election. An election was held November 2nd, but no candidate secured a majority. Number 3, the Food and Drug Administration is expected to authorize Pfizer-BioNTech's COVID-19 booster shot for all adults as early as today. Pfizer requested emergency use authorization for the booster last week, citing results from a clinical trial which found that the 3rd dose was safe and effective. Several states, including Arkansas, California, Colorado, and New Mexico, along with New York City, chose not to wait for the FDA's official authorization allowing boosters. Number 4, students disciplined for the Start Slavery Again petition at Park Hill South High School have sued the Park Hill School District, saying the petition was not racial harassment as portrayed in public. According to the federal lawsuit, the widely reported petition began as friendly banter between a biracial student and a Black student on the football team while en route to an away game. Outcries over the petition led to the expulsion of 1 student and 180-day suspensions for 3 others. Number 5, 53-year-old Alexa Alexander was last seen leaving a Banner Health facility in Arizona in mid-October. Mrs. Alexander, a teacher's aide for the Chicago public school system, left Chicago in late June, about 3 days before the school year ended, and drove to Arizona, the home of one of her sons. She's believed to be suffering from mental health issues. Please go to blackandsinkinc.com for more information. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. You have only been granted a certain amount of time to really live your life abundantly. I'm going now. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with the one and only Griff, comedian extraordinaire of the Erica Campbell Radio Show. We discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the Black Alzheimer's Brain Study at the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth, and Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, Be empowered.
All right. Thank you very much there, Miss Sybil Wilkes. AJ Jones about to wrap it up right here on the lunch break for Throwback Thursday. Don't forget now, if you want to get in on the lunch break weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge for this week, you got to get me your picks by tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central. You pick tonight's game, who you think will win. Pick all of Sunday games, who you think's going to win. And then for the Monday night game, who you think's going to win, plus the exact final score for both teams. Exact final score for both teams. Not just the total, the exact final score for both teams. All right? You can send those to me, AJ@KYOKsports.com, AJ@KYOKsports.com, or you can text me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Let me get them by 6:30 Central, and you're in. No purchase necessary. You're in. Got a chance to win $50 courtesy of our sponsors. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There is nothing you can do about it. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all be blessed.